So what I'm doing today is I have taken paper cutouts like these, and actually all of the paper cutouts you see around me, and I put them into a scanner, just like any scanner you have at home, and I transmitted them into my Futura embroidery machine, and I created little embroideries like this. And today I'm going to show you how it's really easy and it's fun, and I think you're really going to like the results. So anyways, what you do is you take the fabric that you're going to hoop first, and you take it, and I've just got little 9 by 9 inch squares, and the size isn't really important. You make the size for whatever project you're doing, and I just happen to be making a little quilt. So what you're going to do is take some spray adhesive and just put your little fabric in a box like this, and the box is only to catch any excess spray so it doesn't make a huge sticky mess on your work surface. So just a couple sprays, and then next you take your stabilizer, and this is Sulky Soft and Sheer Cutaway Permanent Stabilizer. And fabric stabilizers come in a different variety of weights. Here's a permanent stabilizer, and here is a already sticky tearaway stabilizer, and they're water soluble stabilizers, all different kinds. But because this is going to be for a quilt, and I want to make sure that those stitches stay strong even through washings and everything else, I decided to use a cutaway stabilizer. So it's that easy. You just stick it right on, and next you just hoop. So I can get rid of this little box. So what I do when I'm going to hoop is you make sure you have your hoop facing the way you want, and you just lay your fabric down, stabilizer facing away from you, and then you just put the top right in and tighten it. And then what I do is just pull this taut and make sure it's nice and smooth, no wrinkles, nothing like that. And then you're ready to go. And what I'm going to do is get my machine into position and get ready to show you just how I took paper cutouts like this and turned it into embroidery. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm all ready to show you just exactly how you do this. So the first thing you need to do is take your Cricut cutout and make sure it's a fairly large size. You want to make sure that the scanner will really get all of the little details of your cutout easily. And these ones all around me are the actual cutouts that I scanned into my computer. And one little tip, if you're scanning anything that has a white border like this little zebra right here, I would put a backing behind it, because the Futura program might try and stitch out the whole thing is white and it wouldn't look right. So what you do, and I have already scanned in a few things, I'm just going to go over to my auto punch, click next, and go through the wizard, and now I'm going to select my little bumblebee, and here are all the files of all the cutouts I already scanned in. So just go and select the bumblebee wherever that one is. There you are. Okay, and just click next, and you can go ahead and click finish, and it'll just automatically complete the wizard. And so what this is doing is turning it all into stitches and everything, and there it is popped up on your screen. So just select all and rotate it to the position that you want, and you can see. So there we go. Bumblebee, just how I want it. And you can go ahead and resize, because you're working within your hoop digitally, and you can see the parameters of the hoop. And for this design, I want to move Mr. Bumblebee into the top center. Maybe a little bit bigger, so I'll just resize it and move it. And you can click outside the box to make it come to life, and there it is. And then I'm just going to go into my hyperfont and go through the wizard and type in Honeybee. And then you just select the font that you want. And for this particular one, called A.R. Christie, go ahead and press OK. Click Next. And then make sure you switch it from fill stitch to column stitch. It makes a big difference. So there is your honeybee wording, and just go ahead and move that into position and make it a little bit bigger if you want. Alright, now, one thing you want to do is go ahead and select that honeybee. and just change the color to any other color, because right now it thinks it's a part of one of the blocks to the honeybee, and you don't want it to stitch out at the same time. You want to be able to change the color. So there you go. It doesn't matter what kind it shows on the screen as opposed to what thread you have loaded into the machine. So there is the design. I'm just going to go ahead and transmit this to my Futura. I haven't partially sewed anything yet. So let's see, it looks like the first block is the yellow face. So I'm just going to go ahead and send this. And now my machine has already moved the hoop into position. I'm just going to load up the hoop and take one last look and make sure it's the yellow face. And now I'm just going to go and load up my machine with thread. So make sure this is raised, and you can just slide this right in underneath. And then take a good look and make sure you have this pressed all the way in. Make sure you have a nice full bobbin loaded into your machine for this. Okay, so I'm just going to select my yellow thread and load it in. Do your little floss dance. Make sure you get that thread underneath. Otherwise the Futura will beep at you and agitate you. Automatic needle threader. Pull it right in. Long. Just going to cut this. Okay. So make sure you lower down your presser foot, otherwise it will beep at you. And when it beeps at you, it will show a number on the side, and you can go ahead and pull down the drop-down menu in front of the machine. So just go ahead and press start. Okay, so right now it's beeped at me and it's trying to tell me that the thread is broken or something, but what I've noticed with this machine is it's a little cantankerous, so just go ahead and try it again and it should start going. There it goes. So that is just going to stitch and stitch and stitch away. And you might be wondering, what are you going to do with embroideries like this? Well, one idea I had was to make a quilt. And this is a quilt from my friend Chelsea, and I hope you can see it. But I'm very proud of it. It is my first quilt ever. And every single one is a little Cricut cutout. An elephant, tiger, turtle, monkey, panda bear. The last three are the raccoon, the skunk, and then this honeybee. Oops. Let me just grab some scissors. And one thing you want to do after you have gone through and it has finished embroidering, you just want to go and cut this stabilizer off. So just kind of remove it. And then just follow all around. There we go. And just go all the way around. And when it's finished, it'll look just right like the back of the raccoon. And make sure you trim your jump threads too. And the jump threads are the threads that are shown when the machine jumps from one spot to another of the same color. And you'll see what I mean, what a jump thread is when you watch the embroidery come to life before you. And I'll be going in and snipping them out. But I'm just going to let this finish the embroidery. And I hope you like this tutorial. I hope you enjoy the embroidery. And I hope it gives you some ideas. And Chelsea, I hope you like this quilt. I'll make sure and show you a really good picture of it when I'm done.